Thank you, Lena, for your translation. I wanted to add to what has already been said in terms of talking about the co-op model as proof, maybe world over, that we've shown that it's possible to take ordinary people, ordinary farmers, and through this integrated approach, through this training and capacity building, and through the right kind of inputs, that you're able to get communities to take charge of their own future, of their own destiny. And to do that in a way that brings them dignity, that brings them pride, and that you're building a business, but you're also feeding back into your community. You're taking care of that community, because that's the bottom line of the co-op model. It's economic for over 100 years. Our Canadian economy is based on a very strong cooperative sector. 9,000 cooperatives in Canada that employ over 155,000 people. So a lot of people are involved in our co-op system. And we see some similarities. In fact, we have 900 communities in Canada where the only financial institution in that small town, in that community, is a cooperative. And I've seen that myself here in Indonesia, where the credit union or the cooperative becomes very much a focal point for that small village. When we talk about cooperatives bringing back, it's not only a business, but also looking at the social aspect. In Canada alone, every year, about $120 million worth of funds go back to support communities where these co-op. The CCA is a trade association based in Canada, and all its members are large cooperatives in our system. And we represent every sector of the economy, so that could be finance, insurance, agriculture, dairy, health, childcare, funeral co-ops, all kinds. So we have our business that we run in Canada with our members, but we also had an international program for the last 45 years. And for over 20 of those 45 years, we've been here working in Indonesia. So after the tsunami that occurred, CCA had already been working here, and it was very heartbreaking and very compelling for us to come into Aceh and to find partners like Pascal, which we'll hear about, and to do that outreach and to bring a model of development to Aceh that would try to bring and look at that, bringing values of anti-corruption, of equity, of fairness, of good integrated development. And that's what I've been trying to accomplish through our partnership. And I want to recognize here too that through those 20 years that we've been working here, our Canadian government has supported, through the Canadian International Development Agency, has supported our cooperative development efforts here very strongly here in Indonesia. We're very appreciative of the support of the World Bank and the local government that's allowed us, since the tsunami programming ended in 2009, that we've been able to continue working with the communities, that we've been able to follow up on this important work that was done. It is, as a development agency, it was, I think for most people, very overwhelming to come into the tsunami situation, because all of the lessons in development that we knew how to work in communities, it was very difficult to apply that same approach, if you will, because so much devastation had happened in Aceh. So this coming year we'll be celebrating a 60-year partnership, Canada-Indonesia, and we look forward to profiling cooperatives as part of that. And you also may know that in the year 2012, the UN, the United Nations, have declared this very recently launched the International Year of Cooperatives. So we hope that there's lots to show here and to celebrate in the work that's been happening in Aceh, and the hard work of the communities and the local partners and all the people who have been involved in bringing this new model, integrated model of development to Aceh. because if the government, you know, in many countries where we work, the government is saying, help us, walk with us, help us to play that role, and we can bring in policy experts on special, say for example, credit union law or agriculture policies that can help to enable that process. But it's being very clear what if we want to follow the international cooperative principles, the control of that the businesses should stay with the businesses themselves, just as they are in the private sector.